So coupling on top of my last video saying like I'm not brainwashed by James Casbolt because I understand him to be two people. There's a terrestrial person here and now, and there is a non-terrestrial person operating in a non-terrestrial sense. We refer to him as Michael Prince, and I think the spirits are actually interchangeable. Especially the reason why this doesn't bother me is because I understand myself to also have a body double. My body double is kept captive, while James Casbolt's body double seems to be very active. My body double seems to be in captivity. This is why I always said I'm not a super soldier because my body double is kept in captivity. Back in February of 2021, I was not in Texas. I was in New York at my parents' house. And this is when it began. I would wake up in when I would go to sleep at night, I would wake up in my body double in front of Elon Musk. So this was not a dream. There's a difference between dreams and waking up in I guess they call them REM clones. There's like an actual word for it because it's a phenomenon that some people have experienced. So my consciousness is shifting out of my body into my body double, and then I wake up in front of Elon Musk. In the scenario, I have very limited to no motor capacity. I have limited to no emotion, but the emotion has been developing throughout the different times that I've interacted with him. And these interactions are mostly him checking my development, doing different experiments to check my cognitive development. So, this is why I'm like, this doesn't bother me because I understand myself to have experienced this phenomenon as well. The only difference is that my body double is not very active. She's in captivity. And I don't know what her name would be. And I suspect that this is not good. This is nefarious. At some point, the body double would likely be rescued. Soon after that, when I came back to Austin, Texas, so like further confirmation, when I was beginning to wake up in these body doubles, Elon Musk would start cryptically tweeting to me based on our interactions. So I would wake up in the body double, and then we'd have an interaction, and then he would tweet something cryptic relating to that interaction. These were not tweets that were just to anyone else. A lot of his tweets are very cryptic and weird because some of those tweets were actually to me and the experience that I was going through, waking up in this version of. I don't consider it to be myself. It's someone else, right? She's different. But the consciousness is the same. The consciousness is jumping from my body to hers, and it is also me, just like James Casbolt and Michael Prince are also the same person. When I came back to Austin, I noticed that there was a camera outside of my apartment at the time. Under the streetlight, there was like a surveillance camera under the streetlight, and he would continue to tweet based on the things I was doing outside of my apartment, which indicated to me that he was likely watching. I mean, what else would it be? This sounds very schizophrenic, but it doesn't bother me to talk about this stuff because it's not like I have a lot of fear about it. It's not like I don't really have any control over the situation. It just is what it is. Now, there's the show Westworld on HBO. Years later, I watched Westworld on HBO, and it's the same exact scenario of Anthony Hopkins' character and the main character of Westworld. He would wake her up in the facility, and he would speak to her, ask her questions, collect data from her, maybe reset her memory or whatever. But there was one really profound moment where she was gaining enough consciousness. She asked him, "Are we friends or are we not?" And he said, "We are not friends, but we are not friends." So, it's probably pretty nefarious if you ask me in a autonomous human level. That clone feels very robotic. Following all this, I began to suspect if he was using it for his self-driving capabilities. Because I'm saying that clone is very robotic, I experience a weird phenomenon when I drive through Austin, Texas, and downtown, which is where he was experimenting with his self-driving cars. To this day, when I drive through downtown, I do experience a phenomenon where my brain becomes sort of superhuman. I'm like, I feel connected to something else driving through downtown that gives me the ability to navigate traffic seemingly better than anyone else, as weird as that sounds. So I have reason to believe that is partly being used, the technology is partly being used in his self-driving vehicles, in which I would like to see a check for that. I would like to be paid for that. That is using a resource that is sort of doesn't belong to you, right? How the hell did he get this? Who the hell is he and how the hell did he get this? So I've always had a weird love-hate relationship with Elon Musk. More recently, not so bad. The spirit, the soul, the spirit, but lately it's been pretty inactive for sure. So yeah, it's just continuing on the saga of that. I know, how weird is this world? The truth is stranger than fiction. But also in Westworld, there his ex-wife is in Westworld as this like robotic host. Elon Musk's ex-wife is in the show Westworld. So, and how weird and robotic is he? Different type of human. These are different types of humans. Very interesting. So that's it for now. It's a full moon tonight. It's a big deal. So check you later. Have a good night. You're the right kind of people. Love y'all so much.